So I was asked this question, and the question was, what do I think some of the biggest hindrances are in people trying to build their businesses to the next level, or, people just trying to grow and get better in life? And I had to give it some real thought because there are a lot of hindrances that stop people from building, better businesses or more profitable or sustainable businesses. And there are a lot of hindrances that stop people from growing and developing in life. But two things came to mind, and I want to share these two things and kind of take a little bit of time to elaborate on why I feel these two things are probably two of the most biggest hindrances that people face. And they're sort of unconscious, meaning that these hindrances aren't necessarily things that people would recognize. You see, when it comes to business, a lot of people can recognize that, one of my hindrances is I don't know how to get more customers, or marketing is my hindrance, or I need better branding or better advertisement. When it comes to personal growth, people can often recognize that, maybe I'm not around the right people, or my environment is toxic. Those are things that are easily recognizable, right? But these two things you may overlook. The first thing is, a lot of times we don't grow our businesses or grow in life to the next level because, number one, we never ask for help. We don't ask for help. A lot of people have perfected this thing of staying to themselves. And I can say that because I perfected that very well at one point in my life, meaning that you're going to figure it out. You're not going to talk to anybody. You're not going to ask anybody. You're not going to invite anybody in to really tell them what's going on in your business or what's going on in your life. And you have decided you're going to figure it out by yourself. You're not going to ask for help. And you could possibly figure it out by yourself, but it's going to take you so much longer. And most of the time you never figure it out because you can't see the things that are outside of you. You need another set of eyes that can show you exactly what you're missing. So one of those things is we don't ask for help. A lot of people in business, they won't hire business development coaches. They'll keep doing the same things, and they've somehow determined that they're going to build a multi-million-dollar business off of reading 2 books and listening to 5 podcasts. And don't get me wrong, I say read all of the books because I do the same thing. I say listen to all of the podcasts because I listen to a lot of those podcasts as well. But if you have said to yourself that this is where my help stops, you are limiting your growth. You're limiting your potential. I always say that no matter what position you're in life right now, somebody else has already been there. And while they can't live it for you, and there may be some things that you're going to go through in this position that's different from theirs, they can at least give you the blueprint because they've already been there, right? So getting help is essential to growth. Getting help is essential to building your business and building yourself to the next level. And we can't neglect help. But most of the time, we don't see that. We're just out here kind of on our day-to-day grind, our day-to-day, I gotta make it happen type of deal. And getting help is a hindrance that is unconscious. We don't see the need for real help. So that's one thing. The other thing is a little bit more critical. And that is what you already think you know is probably your biggest hindrance. I'm gonna say that again so that you guys don't miss it. What you think you already know is probably one of your biggest hindrances. Because oftentimes we believe that we know more than we really know. We think we know, I should say, more than we really know. And what happens is that when you think you know more than you really know, then when information comes that could help you, you dismiss it because it's something you've heard before. As a business development coach, I see this every single day. I'll talk to potential clients and I'll say certain things to them and their reply is, oh yes, RJ, I already know that. And I always laugh within myself because I always say, if you already knew that, I could see it working in your life. If whatever it is that you feel you know is not producing the maximum results that you desire in your life, here's a newsflash, you don't know enough about it yet. Or you haven't known enough of how to apply it to your life and get the type of results that you want. My biggest thing is when you're in the presence of somebody that has done something that you're aspiring to do, even if they say something that you've heard before, Don't dismiss it because you heard it and you think you already know it. Because if you already knew what they know, you would be where they are. I'm gonna say that again. If you already knew what they know, you would be where they are. Whenever I am in the presence of somebody that is at a level that I aspire to go to, I shut up. I'm quiet. I want to hear what you have to say. Even if it's something that I feel I already know, even if it's something that I've heard before, I am not going to dismiss it because I know that you understand it and you know it in a way that I don't know it because it's working for you in a way that it's not working for me yet, right? So we have to be very, very careful about that, what we already think we know. And some of the times we'll walk away from the blessing. We'll walk away from the empowerment. We'll walk away from that next thing that we need to break through, whatever level that we're on, because it's something that we feel we already know. I have clients all the time just say, well, I've done that already. No, you haven't. You haven't done it. You've done it in the way that you know it. You haven't done it in the way that I know it, right? So those are two things, getting help and also making sure that you're not dismissing information because you feel you already know it. Don't do that to yourself because those are two hindrances that may stop us. Those are two hindrances that may stop you from going where you're looking to go. What do you know right now? What are you doing in your business right now? If somebody comes along and they're at a slightly higher level than you, don't walk away from their information because it's not some magic information that you haven't heard yet. A lot of times we get so caught up today with all of these social media ads of people saying that they have the next big secret. And when you really find out, they don't have a secret at all, right? And what that does to us, it makes us feel like that there's some information out there that must be magical that we've never, ever heard before. No, that's not it. Most of the information that you need is information that you've heard before. You just need to get it from a different perspective. You need to learn how to use it in a different way. So with that being said, pay close attention to these two things, getting help and making sure that what you know or what you think you know is not a hindrance to your growth. Have a good one.